Hello and welcome to Global Gist with BJ. Right? Thank you so much for joining, okay? I truly appreciate you all for your support and your love. Today we're talking on a special or a crucial topic, right? About the blacks, right, in America. They don't want us. They don't like us. And now we're going to talk about it generally because apart from the racism that blacks face everywhere in the world. Now we're also going to talk about racism among the blacks and the blacks. Do you understand? We'll find a lot of misunderstandings. I mean, why would you not love a black person, you guys? Why? I find it really difficult to comprehend why somebody will not love a black person. But whatever it is, let's see in this video. Let's see people's views in this video.
Do I live in Miami? Yes. Am I going to move out of Miami soon? Yes. Have I grown up in Miami? Yes. Is Miami racist? Yes. Let me break this down, okay? I have been in Miami since I was 4 years old. Since I've had memory, I'm 32. I have lived in Miami for the majority of my adult life, except when I went away to FSU for university. If you're coming to Miami, visiting Miami, moving to Miami, you need to understand a few things. If you're black and you're coming to Miami, this is not a city for black women. It's not. The dating market is shit. Most of the black men here do not want women that look like you. They want Hispanic, white, Kardashian-esque women. They don't come here for afros and your type of vibe. Okay, I'm just being real. Most of my friends that live in Miami date people from out of town that come here briefly and they're like, oh wow, and then they meet and then they end up being in some long distance situation because unfortunately most of the men in Miami want Hispanic women, which is fine, to each his own. I'm just telling you, as a black woman, this is not your sin. Speaking in general terms, the black men in Miami also, they're usually going to be American or Caribbean descent. There's a lot of both, but this isn't a city where you meet very affluent black men. It's just, it's not. You got, if you want a trap star, a rapper, maybe, there's some celebrities here and there are some athletes here and there, but not a city like in Maryland where there's tons of affluent black people. They're in pockets, but it's not a common thing. Therefore, the culture of Miami is very party. There's not a lot of poetry lounges. There's not a lot of culture. There's not a lot of fashion. It's more BBL fashion. It's more turning up, clubbing, stripping.
Dear black people, going forward, if we ever be able to vote again, if we could survive this presidency, no more voting for people that do not have an agenda for black people. I'm going to say that again. No more voting for people that do not have an agenda for black people. And here's why. From the inception of slavery and all the liberties we have fought for, all the mistreatment we have went through with this government, there should be no more instances where we have another election and there is not a black agenda. No more brushing it underneath the rug. No more riding off the coattails of our ancestors and everything that they fought for. And alongside the other minority groups that fought with us too. But it's not about them right now. It's about black people right now. We get on the forefront. We're exploited. We fight for the country. We don't get the respect we deserve. We make inventions. We get our inventions stolen. Laws. We don't have laws in place to protect us. Actually, to put us in prison, which is essentially another form of slavery. No more voting for candidates that do not have a black agenda. Because if you do not have a black agenda, you don't deserve the black vote anymore. Black people are tired of putting themselves on the front lines for other groups to benefit off of the laws that we fight for, off of the services that we demand. Black people are tired of doing that. So moving forward, black people vote for candidates that actually have a black agenda and keep them in office. And that's not to say that we're the only group that needs to be taken care of, right? But in the United States right now, there are other groups that are impacted and they have some justice that needs to be done, or they need some revamping of the justice that they have received, right? Black people, and I keep preaching this every time I do a video, we have never received our reparations. Never. Never, ever, 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 ever. And until this country makes it right, financially, educationally, scientifically, technology-wise, credit-wise, it's going to always be an issue. I don't know about you, but I can just say about myself.
I get it.
And just because I'm fighting for my people and I am encouraging my people to not vote, stop voting for candidates that don't have nothing to benefit our community.
And it's like,
Do you
understand that
want to
as black
continue,
women,
or do
y'all
you want
sleep
your
right is
future
very
generations or your
immature, like
ancestors
girls
to
code thing.
continue to
But y'all
always
have
be
to
on the
realize
outside,
when people
but yet
can
is
literally
used
look
in
through
every
your
instance to gain
dramatics and the
capital,
drama
to be
that comes
exploited?
with some of
Are
you
you
black
tired of
women.
that? Because
Her
I'm tired of
statement
it.
and his statement was both valid, but she took it
Black
too far.
people
You
is not
dragged
a
it too
tool to
long,
just be
and then your
used. Black
insecurities
people bring
about where
something
you
to the
stand
table,
as a
and that's
black
why
woman
you guys
started to
try to
peak out.
use us as a
Because there is
tool
plenty
to
of black
get
beautiful women
whatever
with
it
long,
is
beautiful,
that you're
thick hair,
trying to
but
get.
you instantly said, if you want Becky with the good hair, then go get
I
Becky with
said
the good
somebody
hair.
said
Where
this,
did
and I
that come
can't
from?
remember who exactly said this.
Not so much.
But let's talk about
Yeah.
the continent
I'll
Africa.
say more so like the hair.
All
So
these other
more
countries
so
wouldn't be in
attracted to
Africa if
longer
it wasn't
hair.
valuable.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna say that again.
That's not
All
right.
these other
You should never said
countries
that at all. As a
would
black
not
brother, you
be
should have kept that
exploiting those
as
African
what it
countries
was. You should have just said,
if
you're
they
not just my
were not of
type.
value.
But hair, it's a different. You can't talk about hair. If
Take
you
it
want hair, go
outside the
get what you
United
want. If you
States.
want Becky with the long hair, go get
Any
what you
country
want.
that has
Don't
ever
talk
been
to black
conquered,
women up here about hair.
people
That's
are not
just
going
it.
to
And I'm
conquer
not
places
triggered.
that they don't
Her
see
hairstyle,
value
there's nothing
in.
wrong with it. So it's my preference, right? So if I'm here
People
today,
are
I'm here
not
to
going
find
to
someone for me.
control
Today,
people or
your
things
hair is
if they
nappy.
don't
Your
deem
hair's
them
short. You should be happy
valuable.
where you came from. Period.
It's right in your
Can I talk or
face.
you gonna interrupt me again?
I don't want to hear what you have to say.
You still
But you
don't?
can say what you want to say.
Yeah.
But
So
don't
stop
talk about
voting for
black people.
I
candidates
think
that
for
do
me,
not have
I'm
a black
triggered
agenda.
because I don't like seeing
Period.
black women trying
And
to
when they don't
silence
follow through
black
with the
men.
black
It's
agenda,
like black men
make sure
are
we do
not
our
allowed
research,
to
because
state
it
their
could
preference.
be
They're not
other
allowed to
powers
have a
that
voice.
be
It's like black
is
women
pulling
try
the
to just
strings and
chop
is
black women
preventing
in
it.
half, and I don't like
Which a
stuff
lot
like
of you
that. And
guys
once
like to
again,
say
I don't
Obama
know if
didn't do
that
nothing
comes
for
from
the black
having my
people.
dad around.
But if you
I don't
did
know
your
if that comes
research, you
from
know
having
that
7
Congress
blood
fought his
brothers that
ass
I was
every
raised with.
step of the
I
way.
don't know what
That
the
House
trigger be,
Speaker
but it be like it puts
made
something
sure
in
some of
me
his
to come
agendas
like
didn't get
fire
on the
underneath
floor
these
to even
women,
be
because
spoken
it
about.
kind of be like, who do y'all be thinking y'all be talking to?
So a
Y'all
lot
be
of you
talking
guys
to black
say a
men
lot of
like they
ignorant things
kids, like
because
they
you
y'all
don't do your
kids or
research. You
something.
don't even
Y'all
know how
allowed
to
to get on the
research,
stage
and
and
this
say,
is not to
I want my
belittle
man
you.
to be taller.
I
Oh, I'm sorry,
personally
you're
am
just not
done.
tall enough.
I'm
Oh,
done
I'm
with
sorry,
them.
I don't
I'm
like
not a
men with
Republican,
dreads. Oh,
but
I'm
I
sorry,
am
I don't
fucking
like
done
light
with the
skinned men.
Democrats.
Y'all allowed to
Okay?
get up there and
We have
dissect and
watched
tear a
them
man down based off things they
fight
can't
harder
change. A
to
man who was
cover
born 5'7", he can't
illegal
change his height.
immigrants
But a woman, if she is
breaking
a secret stage, which
rule,
men don't know nothing about
committing an
that
actual
man is
crime.
allowed to say, I really
Then
don't care
they
for that
have fought
hairdo.
to stop
Y'all
the
say
mass
y'all don't care for
incarceration
certain things all
of
the time.
innocent
Y'all say,
black
I don't like his
Americans.
profession, he's a truck driver, I
Then
don't
to
like
speed
that, I
up
don't like
the
how he drives.
exoneration
Y'all give a straight
process
line and
of
list of things
innocent
that
black
y'all don't like.
Americans
But the minute a
to
man
make
says, I would
sure
prefer a woman that's a
that
little
there
bit more
was
fit, I would
reparative
prefer a woman with a
justice
little bit different
to
hairstyle, with a
black
little less makeup,
Americans that
then
have
y'all
been
instantly
harmed
take it as they're trying to
consistently
down
throughout
talk
history.
women. And then you talking about Becky with the
Okay,
good hair,
we
and
have
then you
watched them
automatically
fight
assume
harder
that he was
to
going
make
towards
sure
what? A
that
non-black woman?
illegal
That be your
immigrants
own
or legal
insecurities poking
immigrants
out, man.
have access
Even gonna get on
to
this fake
resources and benefits.
girl code thing.
Then
Because
we
if
have
y'all
watched
so
them
girls,
fight
I say this all the
to
time
make
because I know it's
sure
gonna
that
blow
black
90% of
Americans
y'all
are
out
not
the
being
water. Y'all
systemically
swear y'all
oppressed
love women. Y'all swear
economically.
this is a girls code, girls run the world thing. Y'all act
Okay,
like we
we
all
have
just stick
watched
together,
them
but y'all can't seem to stick
flood the
together
country
when it comes
with
time to keeping y'all
immigrants
legs closed when
that
y'all
led to
having
the
sex with them
gentrification
other
and
women's men.
displacement
Y'all be
of
having
black
sex with married
Americans
men,
out
but
of
this
our
is a
own
girls
neighborhoods that we
world.
have
Y'all
been
be
in
having sex
for
with girls that y'all know
generations.
got boyfriends and relationships, but this is a girls world. Y'all
We
be
have
knowing that
watched
that
them
baby
talk
mama and
about
baby daddy still
economic
doing each other, but this
restoration,
is
which
supposed
we
to be a
thought
girls
was
code.
going to
Y'all
give
be
black
fake, so that's what
Americans,
be triggering me. I don't
first
like
home
how y'all
buyer
be
programs,
disrespecting black men.
right?
I don't like how y'all
Business
try to shut
loans,
black men
business
down, and
grants.
I love how
When
that black
the
man
only
carried
economic
himself, because that
restoration they
black man would have
did
been
was
considered a high
giving it
value
to
man. He
other,
makes good earnings for himself. I
immigrant
spotted some characteristics that I
POC
love, and I
groups
seen the fact that he was
while
not willing to go
still
back and forth
shutting
with you
black
due to
Americans
him
out
knowing
of
how
those
to choose his
programs.
words and knowing how not to
We
act
have
off
watched them
emotion,
make sure they
unlike
can start
yourself and
charter
unlike the
schools,
other
et
girls
cetera,
who
et
don't
cetera,
got their own
while
minds. Y'all
still
don't know how to be yourselves.
underfunding our
Y'all are
schools.
pure
We're
followers.
the fuck
I'm
is
gonna
our
have to
tax
pop
money?
because he said this to her. I
Like,
love
yes,
black
we know
women
that our
down,
property
but baby,
value
what that
is
man said to
appraised
you
at a
really ain't got nothing
lower,
to do with me, especially when it
monetary
comes to parents,
number,
especially when he
but
didn't
we still
disrespect.
pay property
It
taxes.
wasn't even
We
that
still
deep.
pay
It's
taxes.
just the fact
So where
that
the
you
fuck is
feeling
our
yourself.
money
You
at?
thinking you
Why
somebody
do we
because,
not
oh
see our
no,
money
I'm
in
not just
our
an
neighborhoods at
Instagram
all?
model. I am
Because
the
they're
model. I am
diverting
a
it
model.
to
Okay,
other
you want wanted to get up there and flex your little weak
We watched them
careers, because that's what y'all do.
systematically
The minute women start
cut
making a
funding
little bit of money,
from
the minute
program
y'all
after
start getting a
program
little bit
after
of funds
program
to yourselves,
for
a little
black
bit of
youth
credentials, y'all start trying to
and
buck up
give
to
it
man like, oh yeah,
to
because I got this,
immigrant
I got that.
populations.
It's like
We know they're
y'all
doing
feel
it.
like when y'all got
Everyone
some
can
type
call
of
us crazy,
credential
try to
behind
gaslight
y'all
us
name,
all
it
they
almost
want
put
to.
like an S
We
on
know
y'all
the
chest, and this
timeline
is exactly
historically,
why
and
men
we
say
know
they
that's
don't
what
want to
they
date
did.
women in certain brackets, because it's not because
They
they're
bullied
intimidated by women that's
HBCUs into
successful.
giving
It's with
everybody
success
full
comes
ride
a nasty
scholarships but black
attitude,
Americans.
nasty spirit, and y'all just get to try
And
to
they
be super like
constantly
tough
run
for no
cover
reason. It was
for all
never
these
that
other
deep, baby
communities.
girl.
Just
You was
running
up there
cover,
battling
running
your own
cover, running
insecurities,
cover.
and you wanted to let people know
For
what you
people
was doing in
forget,
your life, so you wanted
Bill
that
Clinton and
spotlight.
Hillary
But y'all
Clinton are the
killing me
ones
with
who
the
got
double
their ass up
standards.
here and called
But
black
it's
Americans
okay
super
though, because black
predators.
man, I
That
got
was
y'all.
them.
I respect y'all. Shout out to my daddy
To
and shout out to all
continue
7 of my
mass
brothers. And shout out
incarcerating
to
the black
all
American
68 of
community
my
for
nephews.
for-profit prisons. That was them.
I get it, y'all.
That was them. So at this point, I'm tired. I'm not dealing with these motherfuckers no more. I'm sick of them. I'm sick of them. And I'm not going to keep voting, because every time we turn around, they're supporting and throwing their support behind a melanated immigrant candidate instead of a black American candidate. And the melanated immigrant candidate is in there going against everything that would help black Americans. I'm sick of their ass. I'm sick of their ass. You can't trust them. They don't know the history of America or black Americans throughout history. And I'm tired of their shit. I'm sick of their shit. And I'm out. I'm fucking out. Good day. They made sure that Asians got an Asian hate crime bill, but we can't get a crime bill and we face more racial adversity than anybody. Come on now. I'm tired. No more. No more. And also constantly using our generational and historic trauma to stress us the fuck out every 5 goddamn seconds. I'm sick of them. I'm sick of them. They keep using us to be fake fucking progressive and do all these programs that we never fucking benefit from. Never. Why the hell we gotta take the hits and the licks? Because people think we getting DI and we ain't even getting DI. People think we get welfare, we ain't even getting welfare. People think we getting goddamn housing, we ain't even getting housing. Thinking that we getting all this shit, we ain't even fucking getting. But they keep putting us as the fucking face and figurehead of the shit, while they sliding these other groups of people on through getting all the goddamn benefits while everybody blaming us for the shit. I'm tired of them.
The Democrats are not coming to save us. Stop expecting them to. Bernie Sanders literally just said that the Democrats are pretty much bought out, that they rather sink with the ship as captains than to deal with the real world problems that we as Americans are dealing with. I watched AOC's video. Okay, I watched it. And her explanation on why 128 Democrats didn't vote for the impeachment still doesn't make sense, because where's the solidarity and the unity within your own party? Y'all should have been together. Y'all had 6 months to stand together and get something together and understand what you were submitting and then stand on it. We knew it wasn't going to pass the Senate. We knew it wasn't going to pass the House. We knew it wasn't going to get anywhere. But it's the point that y'all not even standing together on it. That's my issue with y'all. We got a party full of hate over here, controlling everything and making things worse, as y'all over there unorganized and don't know what's going on, whether you coming or going. And y'all want me to believe that the Democrats going to save us? No, they're not saving us. I'm standing 10 toes down. I'm not leaning left and right no more. And I think we should all, as an American people, stop expecting these parties to come save us. Let's create our own party. Let's do something different. Okay, y'all keep playing around in these streets with this little King protest. Oh, 5 million people protested. Congrats. I'm glad you guys protested. What changed? Let's do it again this week. Let's do it again the next day, and the next day, and the next day. We have to have some urgency as a people, and they're not going to save us. So we got to do it ourselves. There's a sick day coming. Okay, I don't know what the full context of it is. There's some sick day off or something like that. Just stand by for it. Hopefully it comes soon.
Our own servers are afraid of us, y'all. They don't even want to come to the table no more.
Nobody wants to wait on black people at restaurants. I'm going to tell you that is the real tea, and I will tell you why. As somebody that was a black server all throughout college, number one, when you wait on black people, they are always on this extra stuff. Everything is so extra. They come in there with their noses turned up at you because they think that they're about to pay for a service, and they think that they're the Queen of Sheba or Beyonce or I don't know who they think they are. But when they come in there, there's always an attitude. They want extra stuff. They want a one run. They want water with lemon. They want this. They want that. Oh, my silverware is dirty. Oh, this. Oh, and then they want to eat 85% of the meal, but then say, oh, this wasn't cooked right, and want to get a whole other meal, and then also to get the entire thing comped. They do so much extra stuff, and when you are black, it doesn't matter because they will treat you even worse because now they think that they are so familiar with you. And I would try to be so nice. I would try to be so extra special for these black people. I will never forget it in my life. I was waiting at the TGI Fridays at Cedar Point in Sandusky, Ohio, in between semesters during college. This group of black people, it was about 10 of them, ran me ragged, ran up a $250 bill and left me a $3 tip. I will never forget it for the rest of my life. I have never been treated as horribly from whites or others in the restaurant industry as I have been treated by black people. This is why nobody wants to wait on you. Black people, white people, whatever. Nobody wants to deal with you.
Mexican people in my comment section, you blacks are lazy. You guys aren't going to be out there doing all that hard work. You're not going to be out in them fucking fields. You fucking right I'm not. What the fuck? What the fuck would I do that for? You think I'm doing all this studying and fucking physiology, anatomy bullshit for nothing? Bitch, I'm gonna be a chiropractor one of these days. Probably not tomorrow, probably not the next day, but it's coming. That's a fact. What are you talking about? What the fuck I look like getting out to the field, doing a whole bunch of work for a little bit of money? I know that's what y'all Mexican dudes like to do, but we ain't doing that shit around here. Most degrees in the fucking world, in the United States, where I fucking live, are given to black students, no matter how you fucking slice it. Motherfucker, what the fuck we gonna be out there doing that stupid shit for? We got better shit to do. Yeah. So soon enough, these scrubs gonna be changed from purple students to all black, my favorite color, you know what I'm saying, in my own office, doing my own practice, doing some big boy shit, big dollar shit, you know what I'm saying? You gotta instead of them strawberries, all that dumb shit in the field, you ain't gonna nut shirt shit, not. No, I am not. Cry about it. I don't give a fuck. What are you talking about? Dumbass. You blacks are fucking lazy. No, we're just not doing that stupid shit. Okay, it ain't stupid shit, but we ain't gotta do that. We got better shit to do. What are you talking about? Dumbass, you mad as hell. Your kind ain't out there grabbing up degrees like that. I'm getting mine. Watch. Bitch.
I don't mind to educate you a little bit further since there's a lot of delulu going on in my comment section when it pertains to Indians. Okay, so if you're new here, my great-grandmother's Kasinga, she had a child with an Asian, thus birthing a whole generation of Asian people, black Asians, basically, because of her melanin. All right? And the man she married, he wasn't really all that fair-skinned anyway. being introduced to Indian culture, and when we try to make these videos and let people know to recognize shade, Black America needs to recognize shade when it comes from an Indian. And when I say Indian, I'm referring to India, not Native American, because some of y'all be confused about that. Anywho, dating, take me for instance, okay? Now, whether you're Kisinga or whatever else you are in India, we get a lot of flack for dating Black Americans. Now, my great-grandmother's people, they're African descendants, so they prefer that I date an African or anybody else in the Black diaspora except a Black American. Indians alike will agree. They don't want any of their great-grandchildren, great-great-grandchildren dating anybody Black American. You can date anything else, Jamaican, whatever else, just make sure it's not Black American. And we try to tell, they don't want us being friends with y'all, they don't want us interacting with y'all, and we try to tell y'all that, and you get in the comments being delusional, thinking that Indians are your friend. Honey, you don't hear the names that y'all are called. Ask any woman on this app who is estranged from her Indian family because she chose to date a Black American man. They don't agree with the way we dress, they don't agree with the way we date, they don't agree with any of that. And we come on here, they don't even agree with us having Black American friends. We get on here and try to tell y'all that, and you try to tell us it's something else. Keep thinking that. Like I told y'all, it's 2 young women on this app that tagged me and said that those families, they had children by men whose families tried to take their life for having a child or getting pregnant by one of their sons. If you think that don't happen for real, it does. Get lost in a part of India and you can't speak any language to get your way out that situation. You'll be reminded real quick, they not your friends. Over here, they're your friends, not there. Now you know. Now you know better, you'll do better.
Let's be honest. We all know this shit ain't got nothing to do with a motherfucking beard. White men are jealous of Black men, especially in the army. You see it every day. No matter what color, race, anything you see how them Black men get treated. Even from basic training, I've never heard a drill sergeant say to a white male, oh, you think you're back on the block. They only say that to to Black dudes. They only say it to the Black soldiers. That right there is just evident in how racist and stereotypical they are. But when it comes down to it, what they be the most mad about is that Black people naturally and effortlessly exceed the standard physically in everything they do. And white men, while they can, and they do, they have to put a lot more work in it. With Black people, that shit come easily. So they're jealous. It's really that simple. Those are my thoughts.
I am getting kicked out of the Army. The new Army shaving policy will allow soldiers with skin condition that affects mostly Black men to be kicked out. Always wanted a way out of the Army. Now you got one. Who said that? According to the military.com website, the Army is preparing to roll out a new policy that could lead to soldiers diagnosed with a chronic skin condition that causes painful razor bumps, scarring, to be kicked out of service, an issue that disproportionately affects Black men. It also continues to say the new guidelines expected to take effect in the coming weeks would bar permanent shaving waivers and require medical professional to craft formal treatment plans for affected troops. So drop in the comments section what y'all think about this new Army policy, and is it racially influenced? I don't know, but let me hear what y'all have to say in the comments section.
As Blacks, all I have to say is, if you can't love yourselves, then somebody else will not love you outside. Honestly, I find this unnecessary when I see Black, beautiful women in America complain that the Black men in America don't want them. They want the Hispanics and blah, blah, blah. I don't know. Why would you not like your own kind of person? Why? I've seen so many men, right, back here in Africa that will tell you they want, an African woman. They don't even want someone who is not their color. What's happening with you guys outside? Stop making yourself go through a lot. You go through racism when it comes to getting jobs. You go through racism when it comes to everything. What about relationships? Stop it, guys. Stop it. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. There is no skin or there's no beauty that is better than this. This is the real beauty. Melanin, right? Is the real beauty. Stop this, y'all. Stop it. I've seen so many beautiful women in America, so many black beautiful women in America. Go for them. Stop leaving your sisters. Stop leaving your brothers and be like, no, I want somebody else from this. Who is going to marry them? Do you want them to keep going through the same thing? Because even if they end up finding probably a white guy that wants to marry them, have you thought of what they'll go through in the hands of the family of the guy they're going to? Or if a man finally finds a white woman he wants to get married to, you as a woman that refuse that, no, I don't want to date him because he's not my color. Have you ever considered what he's going to pass through in the hands of his in-laws? You know, that's just it for now. And I hope this makes sense. I want to hear if you've had those experiences, probably in your place of work and all of that. They keep saying, oh, we don't want you guys because you guys are black. I want to see that in the comment section. Please do not forget to subscribe, to like, and to share this video. See you on the next one. Bye, guys.